Joining us now is the CEO and founder of Aleda. It's a technology consulting firm that's helping automate companies through AI, and their founder, Matt Rosen. Thank you so much for coming on to WORD, and I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Aleda?
You got it right, Ryan. Thanks for having me on the show this morning. Great to be here.
Yes, and I apologize for the mix-up. For some reason, I thought I put you down at this time, but I'm glad we're able to talk now, and I follow AI online, and I like to look where it's at, the controversies, what people are saying about it. It's so fascinating to me, and even last week, I was demonstrating how far AI has gone when it comes to user-friendly interfaces, and for our news guy, Lee Rogers, I even showed him how easy it is to write a song lyric, and it produces a full song for you. It was so amazing to me. And the interesting thing is that Americans are divided over artificial intelligence. There's one side that looks at it and says, it's going to take all our jobs, it's going to replace us, it's going to be Skynet, and it's going to, murder the world. And there's the other side that says, well, it's actually going to make our lives easier and better, and we'll probably be more productive because of it. So Americans are divided on AI, and I don't think we know the right way to look at this debate. So how do you look at it?
Yeah, so, AI is here to stay. It's not going to be Skynet. It's not going to end all of our lives. That's highly, highly unlikely. But with every technology revolution throughout time, people get concerned it's going to take their jobs away. It happened with the horse and buggy. People were worried with the internet there would be no more retail stores. The footprint changed. And AI is no different. It is a very unique technology, and the speed at which people are adopting it, using it, it can make you wildly productive, helping you automate tasks, helping identify trends, helping create music and articles and things like that. And so that's what my organization is really trying to do, is help companies navigate all this technological waves of change and figure out how do they actually take it and apply it to their business problems. So I, for one, am an optimist and think that it's really going to lead to some great advances in humanity if we use it the right way.
What can an individual do with AI? Because I look at people and companies, I should say, that spend billions of dollars on research and development. Google's a great example, because in the last week they rolled out, we're going to put all these new AI tools into our search. So then a couple of people kind of tried to mess with it to see if they can get it to break, and they would put things in there, and you found that the AI was pulling from like Reddit posts that were giving terrible advice that are meant to be like comedic, but Google's using it as a serious answer to some questions. And you look at it and you say, how can a company like Google get it wrong if they're spending billions of dollars? And then how can any small company use AI if a company like Google can't get it right?
Yeah, Google definitely had some challenges last week. If you look at the OpenAI group, that's releasing ChatGPT, their large language models have actually been a lot more effective. Google's had some challenges getting out there. You would think they'd be great at it, but AI is only as good as the content you point at. And that's one of the things we're trying to help our clients with, is if you have bad data and you point AI at it, you're still going to have bad answers. You have to really understand what the model is being trained with. So you have these large publicly available models that you really need to fact check it. You can't believe everything it tells you. In fact, until the most recent version of Chat, it would hallucinate and tell you things that absolutely weren't true. I looked myself up and it told me I was some guy that ran a tire shop in Atlanta. And so you can't always trust the data that's out there. And so you have to use different models, and you have to fact check them. And that's why AI isn't going to solve all our problems for us. We're still going to need humans to review the information, synthesize it, think about how it affects humanity. But in terms of just scanning large amounts of information and producing insights and automating things, think about if you need to change your address probably in a few short months or years, you want to change your address, you can tell the AI to do it for you. It should be able to go out and do that. So there's some really mundane tasks and things that are really a pain for people to do that AI is going to make life a lot easier for.
What about AI making life harder for other people? So let's look at the other way, how it can be used maliciously. So the example of, I need something done like change of address, AI can help me do something like that. What about if it's more malicious, like, I don't like this guy, he disagrees with me on the internet, AI, go ruin his life. It could be used that way too, though, can it?
Not today, but yeah, we're going to have to put some safeguards around it. The EU's already instituted an act around it where companies can be fined if they're not using it properly. There's a lot of disclosures that companies have to provide about how the model's being trained. So we're going to have to legislate this and protect people from this, just like we do every other revolution. So there's a lot of cyber crime and bullying and things that happen online today. And yeah, AI could make those things worse. So, I mean, I think it's incumbent upon us to have people in place, AI, engineers and social governance and people that can really keep an eye on what AI is doing and prevent some of those things. In fact, one of the guys from OpenAI went to go start his own company to have an AI that protects from AI. So, there's going to be a whole field that's going to be generated around, hey, is something that came out of AI actually real, or, is it fake? Is it plagiarized or is it not? You're going to see all these little industries and things get developed all around managing the technology. And that's what happens in every revolution. It creates new opportunities, but organizations and people need to understand what this is. It's whether Americans are divided or not, AI is not going anywhere. So we just need to understand it and either embrace it or make a conscious decision not to, but know the impacts it's going to have.
Matt Rosen, the CEO and founder of Allata, Allata. You can look him up online. Here's some of the other downfalls and problems I think we can run into with AI. Mass surveillance. I think people are very concerned that anything that you ever do will be documented, logged, and then used against you in the future. Because if the technology is there and these cameras and everything else are following you, and sometimes the internet following you, then things that would be, irrelevant one day will come back to bite you very easily because it's all documented and archived. And I think people's privacies are very concerned about that. The other thing that I think people are concerned about is people that use it maliciously for things like, just to be realistic, pornography, or they're using it as a way to harass other people in ways that they're saying is protected under free speech because it's a fair use. That's like, they're mocking someone else in a very adult way. And then you get these poor girls that are getting harassed online because all of these different fake generations of them are on there. So there's so many things. And I just don't know how you can safeguard against this stuff and still have all the AI out there at the same time.
It's going to be difficult, and it's a challenge that I think technologists and people in America are up for. I think we should be digitally watermarking things that come out of AI. I don't think the AI companies are too excited about doing something like that. But in terms of consumer information, I mean, you've seen both California and EU, pass laws to legislate things, that the social media companies can do. So it's going to require some regulation. We can't let this thing completely run free, just like you can't go drill an oil well in your backyard. It's going to require some government intervention, but it's hard because it's out there. Everyone's starting to use it. And so I do think we need to move quickly to put some of those things in place. And that's why we as an organization are really trying to help our clients navigate this, see a change, and figure out, hey, you probably shouldn't be uploading all your corporate information into the chat model. You should have your own model. You should have it on, locked away and not shared with the world to keep that information private.
Yeah, and I always wonder too, where is this going? And me as a radio person, I look at this and I use that example with Lee Rogers, our news guy here, and I basically wrote up some nonsensical lyrics that just kind of rhymed and sounded funny, and then I press a button and it created a full song. And I thought, man, the things that people can create, creative people will be able to do some pretty remarkable things in the future.
Absolutely.
That's the stuff I'm really excited about, because before it would take half a lifetime of training to be able to do something that creative. And now basically you found a way to, if you can give it the right direction, create what's in your mind for other people to enjoy. That is, to me, just so remarkable.
I think the other really cool thing is you're going to be able to describe a business problem that you have, and it's going to be able to create an application for you. And that scares me a little bit because I employ hundreds of developers around the world. And so we're trying to figure out, what does that mean for us as an organization? So we're trying to get ahead of it, saying, hey, let's use these tools to be even better at what we do, and really understand the human experience and human context. It's something the computer can't do, and something we're all going to have to get very good at. And so where I see the promise is, there's a lot of mundane things that we do every day in our lives and in our work that AI is going to help us free up, but it's going to take some time and understanding for us to understand really where can it be best applied. And so what I've been doing is just using it every day, helping review my emails, helping review my calendar, asking it lots of questions. And I think that's been coming upon all of us to really get out there and understand it, even if we're scared about it. Just don't upload your credit card information or your social security number on the open chat model, and you can have a lot of fun with it and still be very safe.
Yeah, I've seen people that you can even take screenshots or something and say, AI, write a summary of this article for me. And it's amazing the things that it could do to save you so much time, little cliff notes or whatnot. If people wanted to look you up online, Matt, where can they go?
Yeah, they can go to www.aleta, that's ALLATA.com. We've got a contact us form. You can also look at my, if you just search me on LinkedIn or Facebook, I'm out there at Matt Rosen at Aleta. So would love to get in touch and really appreciate you having me on the show this morning.
I love talking AI. I think it's just a fascinating topic. And you got to take it and you have to look at it from all angles because there's so many different angles to look at it. And it's such a fast-moving industry and technology. There's always something new to learn about it. Matt Rosen from Aleta, CEO and founder of the company. You can find it online. Thank you so much for joining us here in South Carolina.
Thank you, Ryan. Have a great day.